Oh, if I see one more video on my For You page going, it's a new dawn! With some fucking photos when you were like a fetus cut to now being a grown adult, and everyone in the comments for some reason is going, there's no way that's the same person. Oh my god, glow up. Obviously, that's how growing up works. You don't look the same. Oh, I'm gonna lose it.
Hey sisters, it looks like we're back again. Oh god. Ooh, that clip was so many levels of pain that I don't know where to start. Like honestly, where do we start? And you're gonna be asking yourself, why am I getting started? It's because you know how there's that phrase that goes the kettle calls the pot black, or if the pot doesn't call the kettle black. Yeah, it's one of these cases again. Now, this rant actually has nothing to do with what I'm going to talk about now. But for the record, I saw this, and this is like one of the people on the internet I really despise, like a lot. And keep in mind, there is countless exposed videos on him too, and there's even a timeline that I found where it documents every single not even atrocity, but every single time he's been caught doing something like really sus. That's that's what we found. But anyways, I'll actually talk about the rant first, and then so he's just basically talking about how, even though you heard him, how people be posting up like how they grew up and all that, like glow up pictures. Of course, mine are obviously the best. Whenever I start posting my actual pictures. Soon. Maybe. But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, he's just talking about how people tend to, post us like, yes, obviously you grew up. You obviously grew up, guys. And that's it. I know I see a lot of those pictures where it's like you see some people are, and there's some genuine glow ups. You see people who are like kind of meh looking, kind of ugly, even like, downright to like a 2, and then they get themselves together, or they grow up into their features, and then boom, easy peasy. I can say this much too, like I was never like, I think I grew into my body more and more, and that's where we are today. But it's not really like why I'm here to talk about, but no, just some quick like introspection. And yeah, people grow up, it happens, Mr. Charles. Now I want to pull out something super ironic, and it's the fact that somehow every time I see this man, of course this was off the Drama Alert Twitter account, so that means God knows why there was whatchamacallit, like of course they're gonna find that particular clip of him, but how is it always coming back to him talking about younger people? It's almost like he's taunting everybody again. Of course, I don't gonna say he actually is, but my goodness, how is it possible that it's about young people again? And for the record, okay, just so it's not a coincidence, I'm actually going to show a clip that was on Impulsive, I believe, the one ran by Logan Paul, where he talks about doesn't like older guys and all that. So I'm just gonna roll the clip. Just watch for yourself, and I want you guys to hear this part. It's very interesting. Very interesting.
Or mentally and emotionally mature than a lot of people my age. I'm not physically attracted to older guys, which sucks. Like I would date like the absolute youngest, like 18, 19 that looks.
All right, so that clip was from a few years ago, but let me repeat what he said. I'm mentally older than a lot of guys my age. So he's 21 at the time. And so he takes like a 40-year-old man. And of course, 40-year-old men obviously, they're not worried about their retirement, their bills they got to pay, the house, the kids if they have any, or whatever inheritance, or like going back to work. No, this guy, I can't even say this seriously. He talks about how he would date the absolute youngest. I mean, at this point, fetuses are not off the table for this guy, but regardless. Let's actually, I heard it word for word, by the way, like word for word. This is what he said, and I'm hearing this, and I heard this like years back, but now it's just like some people just don't really hide their true intentions. You know what I mean? They just show you exactly what they're about. And for James Charles, it looks like he's doing it again and again. And then again, I'm only saying this because there's been so many times that he's been caught. Not because I can't just make this assumption one time or like off of one clip. Matter of fact, if it's just one clip, I wouldn't even this wouldn't be it. I would make this. But I'm just saying the fact that he does it again, it's like, dude, do you not, it's like you don't get the irony of what you're saying. Like, you've kind of lost the privilege to talk about like a lot of stuff. And the fact that he got away with a slap on the wrist is the most absurd part to me, because there are so many videos like exposing him and he still got away. That tells you enough about, oh my god, it tells you enough about what's going down. Yeah. It's craziness. And on top of all that, you really gotta bring conversation to this kind of a topic. And again, the actual rant itself, I don't have any problems with it, because he just talks about, like, and in the most like dramatic way possible, like, why do people grow up? It's like, yeah, why do people show their younger pictures to their older pictures? Like that, like duh, of course. What else? But it's just coming from him is another story. So what I'm going to do is, James, since I'm a man of the people, I like to help out as much as I can. And so I'm going to invent the boyfriend application, okay? So if you want a boyfriend, and so you can check the ages yourself, at this point you probably need passports because you're that incredibly stupid. Besides the point. You're going to need a boyfriend application. And so every time you want to date a new man, just give them this. Be like, listen, I just want to check your age, whatever. And then, you go from there. And if they write out their age on the application, that way you have no excuses. And then next time you get caught, which God knows when that's going to happen, or at least if it happens again, I will not be surprised. At least you put out the application, right? So that's like definitive proof. And about him like not getting caught, like, let's be honest here, like some people get away for years and years. So I'm not really entirely surprised that he's kind of skirted the line. And he only really trends again when he opens his mouth or somebody like spots him. Because there was this other time, when everybody was on him for it, and then we're back here again. Oh, just so strange to me that you have people like this just walking around, just roaming around. And like I said, I don't like him based off of his actions, like, at all. That's where I always draw the line on people. Like, your actions and your personality is where I draw the line. And he just comes across as somebody who's like super annoying. Because the first time I heard about this, remember a friend of mine at the time, he actually like looked into it and he said he was innocent. So I was like, you know what? If that's the case, then it is what it is. And then what's his face? His friend Tati Westbrook or whatever lost a ton of money or whatever. Or lost subscribers or whatever, and then moved on. But then when you're looking back, it's kind of like the fact that someone gets caught again and again. Sorry, I gotta put allegedly. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna probably have to tag all the allegedly parts. Yeah, and now you have this again, and then where people really drew the line last time is his last apology video, where he was like, "I'm sorry, I was desperate," and this and that, and how it's the typical like YouTuber apology, where there's like, there's not really an apology. It's just like a PR stunt. No, my favorite apology video is forever the lady with the ukulele. I have no idea what possessed her to get up and start singing about her allegations, but boy, oh, that was an interesting time. I actually can't even post the original apology because she started striking people. Like she copyrighted the song, so anyone who posts the song gets docked down a couple pegs. Yeah, that's a crazy one to me. Not gonna lie. Oh, what else is there? No, that's probably about it, actually. Not much else I have to say on this. I just really find this so ironic that James Charles comes back and says this kind of stuff. it's just it baffles me. He's like one of the few people who if they like were off the internet like forever and like gone, I actually wouldn't feel it. I wouldn't feel a damn thing. Matter of fact, I feel like this man needs to get some counseling and meet some older men, for the love of God. Yeah, so for a guy who's stuck in his 40s, more like a 40-year-old, or a mentally 40-year-old, like I don't know, pervert or something at this point. But anyways, I digress. This is more of just like poking fun. That's a terrible term. This is more like pointing out some irony. That's what this was. And I know I haven't posted in a few days, but my goodness, I've been getting like pounded by schoolwork and other tasks in my daily life. But anyways, just wanted to come back and do something a bit less heavy. Like the last topic was about men and like the percentage of single men in the U.S. Nowadays, it's just a bit more, like I said, pointing out some irony. Doesn't take too much out of me. Without further ado, if you like my content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.